Welcome in, everybody, to the TD podcast. It's going down. It is a Friday, a fun day Friday. If you hear an old lady chime in from time to time, that is our mother. She's wearing my AirPods so she can hear the conversation while I'm doing
Big
some
after
honeydews
Mama
and
Afton,
shout out.
say what up, Mama Afton.
the Queen of Louisiana.
The Queen of Louisiana. She was the Queen of Mardi Gras. Yeah, we're doing some honeydews. So we got Adam down here. He's got his new mic. He is rocking and rolling like a professional. We got T-Bird with the headphones on and his A&M Giggle Maggie's jacket. And Chase looks like he just came from Knoxville, Tennessee. I don't know what's happening. But
It's Colorado, son.
Colorful Colorado.
Colorful Colorado. T-Bird loves it. He's very conservative. Okay. So let's talk a little bit about. So me and Chase started talking about Mike Winchell. There was a graphic on Twitter.
Here's your graphic for you.
There's the graphic. Okay. So we got the dude from the new show All American, and then you got Mike Winchell there. You got the guy from Friday Night Lights, the TV show, and you got the guy from Varsity Blues and Sunshine from Remember the Titans. Okay, so
Sunshine.
Chase said on Twitter that he would easily take Mike Winchell.
100%.
And I said Sunshine because he's got a rocket arm that Mike Winchell doesn't have. And then, anyway.
So my comment to that was, sure, Sunshine can throw bombs, but that boy Mike is a playmaker. I'm taking a playmaker with heart over a pretty boy with a nice spiral any day. That was
Tim Tebow.
What I said. And so TR, your argument was you don't you were talking about Sunshine being a playmaker because I brought up the word playmaker. So your comment was that when Sunshine told his boy to let the defensive end through so he could show him the business.
He's got Big Lou in the huddle. Big old Lou Lasky is in the huddle, and he says, "Let him through." And Lasky says, "Wait, are you sure?" And he said, "Let him through, boys." And then so he said, "Okay." And then he said, "Red said, go." And then the nose guard, the fat nose guard who had no leg. I mean, he just came in like a bull in a china shop.
I want to say it was the defensive end. I'm not sure. But I'm thinking the angle he came at, probably the end.
Yeah, the way they ran the no, but remember in the movie before that game, he says we have the meanest nose guard in the state, so he was the nose guard.
I got you.
And so, but anyway, so Adam, what's your take on this? You said Mike Winchell.
I did say Mike Winchell.
Why?
I'm with Chase for two reasons. One is because he's all about heart and playmaking and being a tough dude. And then number two, just growing up in Texas high school football, if you didn't fall in love with the Permian Panthers and Mojo and Friday Night Lights, then you just don't get it.
Adam, let me correct you, Adam. West Texas, baby, because that's where we're from.
Hey, listen.
Permian's like the greatest dynasty of all time.
Wait, I have one other argument that is probably solidifies my choice. Okay, so Sunshine was a military kid. He was very strict. He was okay when all of his hair got cut off. He adjusted to it. He was all good. So he had a good head on his shoulders. Mike Winchell lost his crap when he just thought about throwing the Spider 2Y banana. I mean, he sat in his home with his crazy mother who had psychotic episodes, and he was freaking out starting two-a-days because he couldn't. I can't get the job done, coach. I can't win it. I don't know, man. And guess what? Sunshine had to go straight in the game when Rev breaks his arm, and he says, "Coach, I got it." Coach tells him he had 6 kids and 6 brothers and sisters. Take care of all of them. Yes, sir. I'll do it. And Mike Winchell, ooh.
Okay, well, here's my argument to that is now you're getting into the fact of Mike Winchell playing against Dallas Carter type Texas football and Virginia football. Mike Winchell's playing in Texas, son. Like, I'd be nervous too. He wasn't a very big guy. You see Dallas Carter, grown men.
I think they had, like, on the documentary, they ended up having, like, was it like 8 or 9 D1 athletes on that team that went all over the state and the country to play college football? I mean, those guys were rocks.
Barking.
So, I mean, I would go with Mike Winchell, even though he played for – he did play for Baylor. So, I mean –
well,
and he did it without Boobie Miles. Come on.
Here's another thing. Those are two
Buffs.
movies dramatized for two different effects. Remember the Titans, they had to be tough, scrappy, pull it together, up and comers, you know? Friday Night Lights, they're more like, oh my gosh, there's all this pressure. There's a book. Like in the movie, they're conscious of the book.
Wait. Are you telling me there's not pressure? I mean, Coach Boone, if he loses one game, they run him out of town.
We're talking about Sunshine versus Mike Winchell.
Okay, well,
Yeah.
how are we?
Keep it basic. Keep it basic. Nobody else on the team matters.
Okay, you're right. How are we sleeping on the guy from Varsity Blues, though? I mean, what a playmaker. He just came in when the other guy tore his ACL, lost all his college scholarships, and we're just sleeping on him. And
out of all those quarterbacks that were on that Twitter deal, there was only one true starter, and that was Mike Winchell. Everybody else came off the bench.
That's true. So really, that's what I'm talking about, Afton. But okay, so realistically,
Afton,
talk about the two players. Sunshine really didn't even win the job. He came in that first day of practice and threw a bomb, and then Coach Boone still said that was pretty good, but you know,
can't throw the pitch.
Mike Winchell got kicked in the head with a helmet and got back up and said, "Let's go, boys." I don't know if we're talking about toughness in a player and a playmaker all around. I'm going Mike Winchell. He made plays when the plays were busted. That's
Mike Winchell.
And it's pep talks, man. Pep talks from.
I love all y'all, baby. I love all.
Mike Winchell. My beautiful wife is in the room, and
Abigail.
Hey, shout out to Abby for making our Facebook page.
Yep. Abby, you're the queen.
She is the queen. I'll tell you.
Explain to us why you're in a different setting right now. What are you doing in your living room? What's the deal?
In my living room, we have we got a new TV. We wanted to rearrange the couch. So our couch, this is our front living room, but the couch was here. Then we moved it to this corner, and now it's back where it originally started. And we got a new TV, 55-inch Holla. It was a great deal at Walmart. Couldn't pass it up.
There you go.
It was less than
those coronavirus deals.
It was like less than $340, and then so we're gonna hang it on. We're gonna mount it on the wall. So I'm in a different setting. We're trying to help the ladies do that. So anyway, that's why I'm in a different setting. And so the living room's a mess right now, but maybe I'll take a picture for our viewers after we're done here.
All right.
I mean,
I got two questions real quick.
Okay.
Tarleton, how big is that deer behind you, and when and where did you shoot it? There's two. Okay.
Okay.
So what's that?
That deer right there. That deer right there. That's Bambi, but he's small. He's an 8-point. That was my first deer when I was 11. And then my dad actually shot that deer, and if you notice, there's a hole right there in his beam that he shot a bullet through, and it didn't break, unbelievably. And shot those in Garza County, south of Post.
Hold on.
Go Lopes.
I think it went.
Your dad shot his horn first.
It went through his head and hit his horn, right? Is that what you're saying?
No, it hit when he shot, his gun misfired and went through the main beam of his horn. The deer literally jumped 10 foot in the air, and then he came back down, didn't run, and my dad shot him right through the heart.
Speaking of guns,
we harvested deer. For all you people that don't believe in hunting.
Oh my God! I finally got my scope fixed. It was shooting. It was like 7 inches off. So when I missed that deer, I'm not bad. Okay,
TR,
Yeah.
hold on, TR. I got a question for you. Explain when we were down in Brady, Texas, and you shot that deer from about 400 yards off at full sprint.
Yeah, so my
How old were
brother,
you?
Kyle.
You were like 13, maybe?
No,
Oh,
we
you
went to
were like
Brady.
16.
Yeah, we went to Brady like a year before we moved to Texas. So I was like 14. But anyway, so we, yeah, so my older brother, Kyle, our older brother, he was sitting with me in the stand. It was just me and him. And then there was a deer hopping across. He comes hopping out. And then he was chasing a doe. It was a pretty nice buck, like 8, 9 point, really thick. And then so like he comes hopping out, and then Kyle's like, TR, no, he's about to run. Don't shoot him. He's gonna run. Don't worry about it. And I said, Kyle, I can't not. I mean, we're here. And so
This is a guy
Of course
with
you-
zero
of course-
patience. If he throws a line in the water and
See,
hasn't had a
bro.
fish in like first 10 minutes, we're done fishing. It's over.
yeah, I have no patience.
So
But anyway,
he was ready to
so
shoot it.
he was ready. I needed to shoot it, but then he stopped, and I was like, okay, maybe I'll get a good shot. And then he starts galloping again, and Kyle's like, he's about to take off running. Don't worry about it. But I didn't even tell Kyle I was going to shoot. I already had the gun out the window. And so then he was full sprinting as fast as he could go, and I just shot, and I almost busted Kyle's eardrum because he didn't know I was going to shoot, and it was right by his ear. And then, I mean, I hit him right. I hit him
That's
perfectly, and I hit him perfectly, and he dropped, and I was like, I told you, Kyle. I'm better when it's breathing, boys.
Okay,
As Chris
Adam.
Kyle would say, R.I.P.
R.I.P. Tell me about the picture behind you, Adam, because this is a different one than you've usually had up.
Well,
every
at
week.
least he has clothed in this one. Let's just say that.
He was clothed in the last one. The shorts were just
Well,
short.
The
They
shorts were very, very.
It was frowned upon,
too
not
short for.
illegal.
Yeah,
And
that's
last week,
true.
last time was LJT, baby. Couldn't not rep.
Adam, I don't.
Oh,
have you ever
gosh.
been? Okay, go ahead. No, we're not going to get into
I mean,
that.
I've never
Go,
gone to
tell-
LJT. Pick people up from LJT.
That's what I thought. I knew you
I've
had never
been
gone, but I was.
one time. That was it.
This is.
Chase
has
remembers
been-
that.
I'll tell
and
Charles
Carlton
the
has
story in a
lived.
minute.
Anyway,
Tell me about the picture.
this was one of the last weeks before I graduated college. I was student teaching at Stephenville, and I was usually helping them with games, but they were on a bye week. And so I went back to where my dad is coaching at Sundown, and my brother is playing for him senior year. So during Stephenville's bye week, I went up there and wore some Sundown gear and watched a game from the sidelines.
There it is. That's what I'm talking
The
about.
Roughnecks.
I was about to say that wasn't that long ago, but
Roughnecks.
that gum, you clean shaven, huh? You look
Yeah,
good.
I just stopped at the beard.
Oh my God.
So the T-Bird story I have, I actually was still playing football at Tarleton, and I want to say that this was maybe a Wednesday or something. T-Bird had gone to LJT, which is a big music fest, Texas Music Festival. I wake up. I didn't really wake up. I wake up to my door getting knocked on viciously on a Wednesday or Thursday. I don't have
Oh, it
class
was
till
on a
10.
Sunday.
No, it was not. Oh, maybe you went Saturday. You went the last day?
Yeah.
Okay, so
Yeah.
I didn't have anything to wake up for Sunday other than church at probably 10 or whatever. So I'm sleeping. It's a good 7:30 in the morning. The sun is just coming up. Somebody's banging on my door, and I was like, oh, no. Like, what happened? Did somebody hit my truck in the parking lot? Like, I don't know what's going on, right? Hunter got locked out of the apartment, whatever. And so I go open my door. If you could this man right here, big old T-Bird in like, it looked like he had just gone through if you've ever seen Shawshank Redemption, it's what he looked like. He looked like he just crawled out of the sewer through the swamps, like had this raggedy cut off
Literally,
t-shirt.
I did.
wasn't even the same color as it used to be. I don't think that shirt will ever recover. And some jean shorts that this man should never be wearing, way above the knees,
Yeah.
cut very high, white thighs showing because he's worn jeans his whole life. And mud everywhere. He's holding his tennis shoes that I'm sure are ruined. He can never use them again. And he goes, I said, dang, T-Bird, like you good, man? Why what happened? He goes, no, man, I just need to take a shower.
He was very.
I remember
was
that
very
like
definitive.
yesterday.
He had just
I
come back.
remember-
And I was
My
like, yeah.
one and only LJT moment. It was epic.
So
I remember getting a picture
Of T-Bird.
from Chase.
I
and
think I
just
have that
remember,
picture.
And Tarleton's been my best friend for years and years now. But I remember saying that is the most defeated I've ever seen Tarleton look in his life that I've known him.
But he was smiling ear to ear, boy. He was having the time of his life.
He was, but I could tell he was
But
hungry.
there's more. Oh boy, what a good time! Good memories.
Okay, I have a okay. We need to ask Adam a question. So, Adam, I need an intriguing answer from Adam C. Right? C. Smith. Is it Callaway? What's your middle name?
Caleb.
Yeah.
Caleb?
Callaway.
Calvin.
Who named
Calvin,
their child after a golf ball?
Cousin or something?
Oh gosh, hold on, guys.
So we're gonna ask Adam. Adam, how many chickens do you think it would take to kill a lion?
Are we talking
They
like?
gotta peck it.
So they got to peck it. So we're going your average chicken on a lion. I'm gonna say it would take no less than about 500.
What?
Maybe 600.
Dude, 500
I don't
chickens
even
is a
think
lot
that
of
would
chickens, Adam.
Like a full-grown lion?
I'm thinking at
90%
least like
sure.
a million.
Oh,
Oh,
you're
a
thinking way
million,
high.
Chase? You're thinking
What?
way
You
too
think
high.
500 chickens? Dude, I mean, I guess the lion would eventually get tired, but he would just one bite and like 3 chickens are
I
dead.
know. But you know how many times you got to bite? You got to do all that 600 times?
That's what I'm saying. He might get tired. Yeah, he might get tired, but
But if he's got 100 chickens, he's like, chicken.
Like, think about it. If we're talking about like aggressive chickens, like those mother truckers mean as crap. I used to have chickens as a kid. There's this one hen. Every time I got near it, would just chase my butt, and I ran.
Sorry,
Adam, tell your LJT story.
I do want to hear it.
Okay, so I have a friend that I went to the same high school I went to. He graduated a few years before me, and I didn't know where he went to college. And he went to Tarleton. He was a bartender at City Limits. That's how I found him again. And we were talking about it, and he said I should go to LJT. And I was like, why? And he said, I got the best story for you, and this is why you should go. He said, it's a once-in-a-lifetime experience. He said, I go for the entire week. So I'm there, and he goes, oh, and I just freshly broke my femur when I went. So I'm sitting there on crutches, got a cast, and by the end of LJT, the last night, he said, I lost my wallet, lost my phone, lost my friends. I was sleeping under trailers every night. Like I was having to steal food and drink, lost my crutches, lost the pants leg off my jeans. My cast was getting ripped up. He said, I didn't know how to get home. I had to sleep on the trailers. And he said the craziest thing happened the last day. He was just sitting there trying to enjoy the music. And he's like, I'll catch your eye with somebody as we're leaving. And these people in the row in front of him start setting up chairs and like make like a big barricade. They're putting chairs on and nobody behind them can see. So he gets mad and he finds a stick. So this dude's hobbling on like a broken femur. No crutches. Like, probably messed it up pretty bad. He hobbles over, pushes the barricade over, and like it starts like a big old little mosh pit right there. And they had to get escorted out. And it took him like 3 hours to like walk to the highway so he could go home.
I'll be honest with you, Adam. That story sounds like Joe Dirt's life story.
Yes.
Hey, let's holler at Big Afton.
How many minutes? We'll holler at Big Afton, and then we'll end it. What a way to finish with Big Afton. Let's ask her some questions. Mom, don't fix your hair. What are you?
Oh, Big Afton. We caught you. You got your Chance Strong shirt, Tarleton repping. I got you. Big Afton.
Oh my God.
This is the Afton Varnado, the most wonderful woman on the planet.
The mother of the 4 children that we.
Queen of Babylon, Queen of Mardi Gras. What year were you the Queen of Mardi Gras?
Queen of Mardi Gras. Go ahead.
1983.
1983. All right.
She had
Mama
huge
Afton.
dress. She was Big Afton was the Queen of Mardi Gras on Bourbon Street, and she was the queen, the literal Queen of Mardi Gras. So, Adam, do you have any questions for the Queen? And you must address her as such.
Oh.
Hey, I have a question for the Queen.
Okay, what is it?
How were you the Queen of Mardi Gras in 1983 when you couldn't be a day over 27?
Oh, Adam, you stop hitting on my mother right now.
Hey, that's my boy. That's my boy.
I thought I was your boy.
There
Something went better than Adam did.
Mama Afton.
right there.
There you go.
This
That's
is
Still
her.
beautiful as
right
ever.
there.
You are so.
There it is.
There it is.
That is the Big Afton picture, or as we call her, Her Majesty Queen. And Adam, I can't think of a better. I can't think of a better question to end this episode on than Adam's ridiculous sucking up question to my mother. So,
he was raised right, son.
we will.
I was
let's
born
end
in
it this
Cleveland.
way. You were born what, Adam?
I was born in
Where?
Cleveland.
Well, that
Dude,
makes
me
a lot
too.
of sense. Is that why you're kin to everybody?
No.
Oh, shout out Cleveland.
Cleveland.
I was too. Yellow Jackets, baby.
The real Yellow Jackets.
Oh, come on.
Adam, I don't think Cleveland has won a football game in 17 years, so let's calm that
It's
down.
because I didn't play there. I wish I would have played there, TR, because we would have played each other. Would have kicked
I
that
played there
butt.
freshman. That was my most playing minutes of freshman year because we were winning like 70-2 in the first quarter.
It's because I wasn't there. They missed out on me.
Oh my God, T-Bird. Although I will say, let's not dog Cleveland too much. They usually have a pretty stout baseball team.
They do.
They have a pretty stacked baseball team, pretty year in and year out. And basketball is not too bad.
I was just gonna say before we wrap this up. So like Monday, I suggested a song of the week, which was again "Will" by Joyner Lucas. So if you haven't listened to it, go listen to it. Yep, Tarleton liked it. But today for Friday, I'm gonna suggest a book of the month. Okay, we'll do book of the month because I don't read books fast enough to do book of the week. But my book of the month, it's not here yet. It's on the way because the Amazon's backed up with essential items and whatnot. But I have the Mamba Mentality on the way, the Kobe Bryant book, Mamba Mentality, and I'm gonna go read that as soon as I get it in. So that would be my book of the month. I'd suggest that one.
Okay, thank you for the great suggestion.
Sorry.
I probably won't read it, but I'm sure it is a great book because I don't really read books.
I'll read it. Does Michael Jordan have a book? Because that's probably the greatest of all time.
Just go watch the documentary that's out on Netflix right now.
Go ahead, T-Bird. How about you? Instead of me trying to quiz you because you did lose on Monday. You're now 4-1. So how about you? Off the top of your head, can you tell us any interesting Aggie trivia that you might know that the viewers or us might not?
Okay. I won't go back into history, but I guess it is history. So whenever the 12th man became, so now A&M's had one 12th man, number 12. He's the 12th man of A&M's football team. But before, back in the 80s, when Jackie Sherrill introduced the 12th man, everybody that was on the kickoff team was a walk-on, and they were the 12th men.
Everybody or one person?
No, everybody on the kickoff team. Pretty well. Maybe they might have had some freshmen or something like that probably they were on scholarship, but mostly everybody on the team and Jackie Sherrill's teams in the 1980s, late 80s, they were walk-ons. It's pretty cool.
So is that where the term 12th man came from?
I thought the 12th man was a bonfire thing.
No. The 12th man came from E. King Gill. E. King Gill was on the football team long time ago, and he ended up leaving the team. He didn't want to play football anymore. Well, A&M was playing in a game, and he was in the stands watching, and the coach called him to come out onto the field or onto the sidelines because they had too many injuries and they didn't have enough players to fill the team. But it ended up where he didn't ever have to go on the field. But that's where they get the 12th man, is because they had to pull him out of the stands to come be a fill-in in case he needed to be.
Doesn't the bonfire play into it? Like, I swear I've read that before.
The bonfire is whenever A&M played UT, and that was their big pepper rally, essentially. And that had nothing to do with the 12th man.
Yeah. Well, I will say.
And that had to do that was more to do with the core of cadets at A&M.
Dang, y'all can text
you bit off more than you could chew, TR. You got 3 facts for the price of 1.
What I was trying to say to T-Bird is that is a very interesting stat, and I didn't know that trivia, and I actually learned something, and it's pretty cool. However, if that was 2020 in today's football world, if you put all walk-ons on the kickoff team, you get killed. Yeah, you might literally die. To finish the point that I was trying to make is you guys dogged me over our group text last week because Tarleton's like, it sure does count if you win state in 1950. Let me tell you something. In 1984, if you can put a bunch of walk-ons on the kickoff, that don't count, homie. And that has been the TD podcast. And
no,
we're not into all that.
Just
Jet don't get the final say.
My
Chase
thing
gets to edit this.
Hey, a state champion is a state champion. You can't ever take that away from them. I don't care when it happened.
Never take
it. They were
Hold on. Let's clarify this. I sent them some pictures of a book, a Texas high school book that actually one of their Stephenville high school teachers /coach, I guess.
We had that conversation before you sent that picture. We've had that conversation before you sent that picture.
Yes, we have, but that stirred it on again. So, anyways, the Stanford Bulldogs under Gordon Wood won almost every year in the 50s. And now we have 6 state championships. And TR is saying that doesn't count. Bull crap. So take away anything that Brownwood ever did, or any of the great teams that won back in the 50s and the 60s, and say, oh, the heck with it. Or the only teams that count are the ones from the 90s for the Stephenville Yellow Jackets. That's it. So,
that's it. We didn't put all walk-ons on the kickoff team. Anyway,
that's in college.
Different.
High school.
I love getting T-Bird worked up, and Adam with some ridiculous comment.
It's bullcrap. State championship.
I agree.
Whether you like it or not.
I'm with you, T-Bird, and let me tell you
they were playing to the highest level in the 50s. So they only had one.
Shut up for 2 seconds. All right. I'm trying to agree with you unless you just don't shut up. All right. I'll be quick. But my argument with that is if you say something from the 50s or 60s doesn't count because of when it was, that means in 40 years, my state championship will be a wash. They'll say, oh, it doesn't matter that you won state. That was in 2012. Who cares about 2012? You guys didn't know how to play football. And I'm not going to have any of that crap because I'll be 75 years old and punch you right in the face with my state ring.
And let me tell you, I think anybody in the 80s and 90s would whip anybody in today's time. Because them guys were. That's a
conversation we'll have on Monday. We will have that on Monday. I will say it's a different style. They wouldn't have been able to keep up. They might have hit him in the mouth, but they couldn't have kept up with the speed and the style of play.
Dude,
then it goes right back into the same.
Chavez is not covering the wideout from North Shore going deep for 90 touchdowns in one game. He's not doing it.
Well, he didn't do it against Dallas Carter in 1989.
Exactly.
And that's the TPTD podcast.
Follow all the social media, Facebook, Twitter, Instagram. Check out our YouTube. Leave a comment, ask a question. and just interact with us. We're here for you guys and to keep you not bored. So, from us and Big Afton, we'll see you guys next week. Have a fun day Friday. Have an electric week. Let's go. See you
Go
guys.
Mojo!
Love y'all.
Mojo Magic, baby.
Mike Winchell.
Mike Winchell.